Hello, welcome to my home. My name is Lisa, and you've reached my channel about cross stitch and decorating, thrift store, quilting, pretty much anything I'm up to, I like to share with you. So I hope you have a good time. I hope you enjoy your visit. It's been a long time since I've been here. I think the last video was maybe in January, so I don't know where the time is going, but it's flying by faster than I can keep up with it. But anyway, no excuses. We're just going to sit down and talk some stitchy stuff, and we'll see how it goes. It probably won't be a very long video because I really haven't been getting a lot done, but that's okay. Okay, so I do have a few finishes to share with you. And I did fully finish something. I have a couple whips. I have some haul. I have some Happy Mail. And I have some giveaways. So hopefully something in all of that will be entertaining for you. And I hope you'll just sit back, enjoy some stitching, and look up every once in a while. So, okay, so we're going to start off with the big finish. So this is, this had been one of my oldest whips. I worked on this in 2019. And it was my goal to finish it by the end of the week on, or like the end of January on my last video. I thought this was going to be my goal. And so I did accomplish that goal. I was able to get this last section in. I just had to do the sheep. Still no design board. I was able to get the sheep put in, the beehives, and this house and tree. So I knew it was a very realistic goal if I just gave it a half effort. So anyway, hopefully you can see it all in the screen. So I was able to find a frame, and it was going to be perfect, but it was like maybe 1/4 of an inch too small. So it would cut off some of my stitching. So then I found another one, but it's like 1 inch too big all the way around. So I'm not sure if I'm going to try to cut that one. It is a wood frame, so it would be easier. Larry and I tried to cut another frame, but it was plastic or some kind of, it wasn't wood. I don't know exactly what it was. It might not have been plastic, but anyway, it didn't go back together very well. And so he's not real excited about working on frames. So whether I try to do it myself, we'll see. He said, "Oh, Lisa, it's fine just having 1 inch around it." So we'll see. I might be able to talk him into it. But anyway, it's done. So hopefully either that, or if I just keep my eyes open, I'm sure I'll find the right frame. So that was finish number 1. And then I worked on Humble Gatherings by Scattered Seed Samplers. I just picked my own colors. Anyway, so I just been working on that the last week or so, and so that's kind of been taking up most of my time whenever I do stitch. Boy, there's a lot of days I don't stitch, so that was a finish. And then I had this one that I showed last time that I fully finished, and so I did actually get it put into the frame. I laced it, and so we got that done. Okay, and as far as whips that I worked on a little bit before I started Humble Gatherings, I worked a little bit on Brenda Key's The Red House Sampler, but which I consider my Blue House Sampler. So, oh gosh, just wish I would do some of the things I say I'm going to do. I need a design board. Okay, so I was able to, I don't remember how to do this. It's been so long. I basically just worked a little bit on the border. I had only had maybe like 2 of those little flowers done on the bottom border, and one was in a red that I was considering doing. I was going to alternate it. That's what the pattern does. It alternates between the 2 colors. But I just like this teal so much that I decided to make that all of them in that teal. So my window is kind of good on one side, but then it's kind of defeating some of the purpose on the other side. So hopefully it all works out. But I'm just loving this one. It's going to be quite a bit bigger. But I think that border, that green vine is the end. So, but this one's really pretty. I love working on it when I get it out. I just don't think to get it out a lot. Okay, and then after I finished the Jardin Privé piece, the one with all the sheep, History of Sheep, my plan was to finish my next oldest whip, and that was Rabbit Hollow Farm by Stacy Nash. And then so I was very determined, finished all the grass, finished some of the little piddly things inside the piece that I had forgot to do, did the little chicken, and then I was just going to quit there. It does say Rabbit Hollow on the pattern, and I wasn't sure that I wanted to do that. I like text in things. I just wasn't real crazy about this font. And so I think what I've come up with is, I thought, well, I could just do another row of the flowers along the bottom. But to tell you the truth, the flowers are no joke, and I'm kind of over the flowers. So I think what I'm going to try to do is look through some of my alphabets and try to just redo the font basically on Rabbit Hollow, and I'll still put that in at the bottom. But of course, since that requires, a little bit of planning and whatnot, I haven't done that yet. So, but maybe soon I will feel ambitious. So that's pretty much all that I've worked on. Oh, so I've been trying to, I think some of the things that I've been doing that have been taking up some of my stitching time is I've been trying to do a little bit of spring cleaning around my house. So that's been taking up a little bit of my time. I've been trying to put out some more springy type decorations. So I worked on my hutch and just been piddling around with that. But to tell you the truth, just keeping up with everyday things is just taking up all my time. So I do have a life update. I don't know if any of you have been around. You might have heard me complain about my knees before. And they are so bad that I was thinking, well, it's either get surgery or get a different job, because I can't do it. So I went this last Monday and set up surgery. So I'm going to have a knee replacement on April 11th. And so I'm kind of looking forward to just moving on. I'm tired of thinking about hurting and tired of changing my lifestyle so much just because I'm afraid I'm going to fall or my knee's going to give out. So I think the plan is going to be to have the first one done and then go back in 3 weeks and have the other one done. And then hopefully once I get better, I can get back to work. So, and then once I go back to work there, I'm going to be moving to a different department. I'll be going to the back kitchen in the morning, and I'm just going to be working 7 to 4. So I'll work in the back kitchen 7 to like 11ish or whatever, and then I'll dish up plates and things like I've been doing until 4. But the hope is that I can get out of work earlier, eat at a normal time, because there's a lot of times where we don't eat dinner until 9:30 at night, and then we're going to bed at around 11:30, 12, and it's like, that's just, it's not good for you. So me and Larry are both putting on weight, and so we're going to have a lot of lifestyle changes, and hopefully things will work in a better direction. So that's been going on. I did get a couple pieces from Market that I was excited about. So I guess we'll move on to haul. There's not a bunch, but so I was able to get Channing Street by Annie B's folk art. And so I did pick out the color for the house on Fancy Floss, but everything else I just picked out the DMC. So I need to get that all on floss cards and floss drops and get that all lined up. I told myself I needed to really make some really cute ones and be very creative. And the idea I had was going to be actually fusing fabric onto the cardstock and then doing some stitching on it, really zhuzh it up a little bit. But my sewing machine was in the repair, so that's all I needed to talk me out of finishing that project. So, but I'm very excited. I was able to get that back on Monday. So we went from my doctor's appointment, and I took Larry with me because I knew chances are I would probably back out of it, because the thought of having surgery, I've never had surgery before, and so the thought of that is just like not second nature at all. I mean, I'm sure nobody like enjoys it or whatever, but I knew I would talk myself out. So he was there for moral support, which he did well. So and then when we left there, I said, oh, my sewing machine's done. We could go pick it up. So we did. And then I've been having, I use it to do my regular machine to do my quilting on my handy quilter setup. And for a long time now, I haven't been able to get as good of results as I did in the very beginning. And I was very discouraged. And I always thought it had something to do with the foot that I broke, and I got a replacement from the store where I bought it, and bought the machine. And they kept saying, no, it's the right foot, blah, blah, blah. And so I just had tried to make it work, but I knew it just wasn't the same. So when we picked it up, I had told him that was some of my problem, and I needed to have that fixed. I didn't know what it was going to take, whether it was my feed dogs or what, but it just would not let me do free motion quilting. So anyway, so the paperwork said that it was all fixed and that it was the right foot. And so the sales lady, I just kept saying, it's not, there's something wrong. I don't want to take it because, and so she tried it and she's like, oh yeah, that's not right. And I'm like, I know. So she kept playing around with different feet that we could try. And I hope this isn't too boring. If you're not a quilter, you might be like, blah, blah, blah. But long story short, they had given me the wrong foot. And so I got the right foot, and she was trying it, and it looks like it's just going to be a breeze. So I'm very excited that now I can finish up all these quilts that I have ready to be quilted. So, because I'm too cheap to go have somebody else quilt them. Anyhow, so that was exciting. Okay, and then the other market piece I got was Every Opening Flower by Brenda Gervais with a needle and thread. I just think I saw Lisa Smith Kindred Stitcher doing this one and I was sold. So, and to surprise many of you, I actually bought the fancy floss for a lot of the colors. I did pick different greens. But anyway, yeah. And they're not as bright as they're showing up on the screen, but very pretty colors. And I don't think they're the called for. I'm not sure. I just kind of picked stuff until I was happy. So I've got everything in little piles on the end of my couch here. I'm sitting in a weird spot. But this was the one like put together area in the house, so they said, oh yeah, they'll have some kind of person come out, like a physical therapist, not some kind of person, a physical therapist come out and kind of go over your house and make sure that, you know, everything is safe and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh gosh, I better start cleaning. It's not like like I'm a slob, but 3 dogs and a husband and me. I mean, it just adds up. So anyway, I'm gonna have to get busy. So I think it was gonna be like it's a month away, so plenty of time. And then while Loretta and I were on our scrapbooking weekend, we went to the Plaid Sheep, which is a quilt shop down in Berlin, and we had fun going through that. And so I found this magazine, so that's part of my haul. I'll just show you the one thing that I was the most excited about. Well, actually, there's quite a few things I'm excited about, like this quilt. Isn't that pretty? So you'd have a little bit of applique and a little bit of piecing. And of course I should have marked my pages, but all I really planned on showing you was just the cover, but we have to have some kind of content in here. Stitching was slim, and so isn't that sweet? Little birds. It's called Chocolate Love Birds. Cute. But I think this is probably the one that I bought the book for. So pretty. That little bunny. And so I need to get busy because now, and it was funny, as soon as I got home with this magazine, I was looking and it's like, well, what's the rush? I mean, I can't really quilt anything if I finish it, but now I can, so. Okay. Right about now would be a good time to have a big old swig of Dr. Pepper, but I'm trying to give that up. Well, you know how that goes. I'm just gonna basically try to do one in the morning and maybe one in the evening if I feel the need, until I can kind of wean myself off of it, because that's basically the only thing I drink. And so I think the headaches would be pretty bad. So I'm just kind of weaning myself off of it. Okay. Boy, I'm just jumping all over the place. But that's what happens when you're out of practice. Oh, and I have a thrift store find. So now I just need to find the perfect thing to stitch to put on it. But it was just a little chalkboard stand. It needs to be re-glued because it's a little bit on the wobbly side, but I know it's definitely just put a little glue in there and that would be fine. But yeah, I think that would be something really pretty to put some kind of stitching on. So I gotta look around and see what I have that I could put on there. So what have you guys been stitching? spring's coming. Our snow is, we had a little bit of snow, and it got up to like 46, I think, yesterday. So pretty much all the snow is gone, which is nice. But it's just that awkward stage where, you know, everything looks awful. I mean, pretty soon everything will start turning green and it'll be pretty again. But right now, stuff's not that pretty out there. Okay, so I did receive some Happy Mail, which was fun. I had a viewer, Jill, ask me if she could send me some stuff that she either had duplicates of or wasn't her style or whatever, and I could either keep it or give it as a giveaway, whatever. So I thought I would just go over a few of the things with you here. It was such a nice thing, so thanks, Jill. She sent me a Mill Hill kit, little snowman, one of the Lori Holt floss card holder things, which that'll be fun. That I'll probably keep. She sent me the Gather book by Teresa Kogut. It has a lot of fun things in it, so I look forward to checking that out. She sent me one of the things from a magazine. That's pretty. A Raise the Roof pattern. What's this one called? September Angel. September's Angel. I already had this one and have done it, so this will definitely be a giveaway. This is by Cottage Garden, The Woodpecker. This is from It's So Emma. Fall is in the air. And slow down. Citrus Summer. I'm right by the dog door. This one was interesting. I'm going to look into this one a little bit closer. Jane Summers' work. By Kitten Stitcher. This is a primitive hair Christmas deer. Tiny modernist gnome for the holidays. Another It's So Emma, the Mrs. Claus. One from Scarlet House, Ho Ho Ho. This one was really neat. Cottage Garden, Trick or Treat. I don't know that I would do the whole big piece, but these little like ornament type things looked pretty interesting. And then this one was from Lottie Da, B is for Bunny. I thought that was cute. I saw Roberta from Sable Stitchers. She had done this one. And it was funny when I saw this. I wasn't... You all right, Marsh? Huh? You gotta go back up? This way. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, Marsh. This way. You wanna go out? Well, you change something with a blind dog's routine and it gets him all messed up. I'm right in front of his dog door. He's like, why are you here? You're never here. Anyway, like I was saying, Roberta had done this one. And I thought this was cute, but it just didn't tempt me too much. But when I saw hers was on a little bit darker linen. And oh, it was so pretty. So now I'm going to have to try that one. And this one is a Prairie Schooler Trick or Treat. Which love me a Prairie Schooler. So Jill, thank you so much. You're actually going to be providing the giveaway today. And I know it's not necessarily, it's a Christmas scene, but if you're anything like me, it takes you a while to get your Christmas stuff done. So this is a little kit, has all the goodies with it. So if you're interested in winning this, just put Christmas Village. So we'll put Christmas Village. Okay, so that'll be the giveaway for next time. And then I had offered a notebook a while back. I think it was like 2 videos ago. Or it might have even been in the last video, but it was back in January. So the person has had plenty of time to get caught up on FlossTube. And they have never contacted me on this. So I picked another winner. So let me show you the screen on that. Just a second. Okay. And so I went ahead and picked another winner. And so it is Susan Saunders. And so I was very excited when I saw her name because we talk all the time in the comments back and forth. So you're able to send me your address. I can get that out to you, Susan. And my email address is lisaabbey1585@gmail.com. So if you want to send me your address, I will get this out to you in the mail. Thanks. And now let me pick another winner. Just a second. Okay. And for some reason, I cannot get my laptop to do... I was going to just draw for these cards. But for some reason, I can't get it to do that, which is becoming very frustrating to me. And so I thought I would just skim through here, and the first time I saw somebody that would say cards, I would just pick them. But now I don't even... And I mean, I know a few people just mentioned cards. And I thought, because last time in the video, I realized I never said what keyword to say. So, anyhow, how frustrating is this? And I know if I wait much longer, my phone is going to turn off. So I had to turn the camera back on so that you would have to endure this. Okay, well, I will just wait, and I will do that on the next video along with the Mill Hill kit. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed your visit. I hope it was somewhat entertaining for you. And for those who have said, when's a video coming? I appreciate it. I hope it wasn't a disappointment. So I gotta go get ready for work. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me. And I hope you have fun stitching all the things. Bye.